Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Gdynia in Poland. I came here on a whim this morning. I actually came here on a train this morning, but let's not get technical. I remember reading once that there was a funicular railway here in Gdynia, and I thought, let's go and see if we can find it. No, I have no map, I have no idea about this city at all. All I know is funiculars go up hills, and planes, trains, everything. The everything includes everything but planes and trains, so let's try and find it. We'll also see what we can find. I've discovered the main market, so I think that's a good place to start. See you shortly. That was definitely a local market, local produce, local people, not a tourist in sight apart from me. Every second seller seemed to be selling dried meats or meats of some sort. Right, let's get exploring here. I want to find this funicular. Some parts of Gdynia are definitely more affluent than others. This is one of the more affluent areas. Very nice. Just behind that warship, or possibly it's a Coast Guard vessel, there's a hill with a cross on it, and I'm thinking that might be as good as anywhere to start looking for this funicular, because let's face it, you're not going to find a funicular right on the shore. It has to be on a hill. So let's try and find our hill. We might find the funicular. The centre of Gdynia is a construction site at the moment. Everywhere you go, roads are being dug up. Buildings like this are being constructed. There's so much investment in Gdynia. There's so much investment actually in northern Poland as far as I can tell. It's good to see. But it makes it a bit hard to negotiate your way around the city. This is a lovely spot here. I've just had lunch, but I really must get cracking because I'm still trying to find this funicular. I bought myself a souvenir fish. I think it's a trout. Why would I do that? I don't know, just for the halibut. Right, let's go. I'm glad I found that map in the park here, otherwise I would have been totally lost. Beach straight ahead, do a right turn from the beach, you hit the hill somewhere up there. In fact, I've just spotted that cross that I saw earlier on. Aha! If you've been watching the other videos in this Polish series, you would have seen me catch a train to the Baltic Sea. I ended up in the city of Świnoujścia, and I actually dipped my feet into the Baltic Sea just to see how Baltic the Baltic Sea was, and I can confirm it was relatively Baltic. This is the Baltic here as well, but I'm going to fight the temptation of reenacting that for you. I'm just going to go down to the water and then head up to that hill where that cross is. There's some very, very nice houses around here. Not sure whether there's a funicular on this hill or not, and I've lost track of that big cross as well. So I guess only time will tell. Some of the houses are amazing. The whole idea of a funicular is you catch it at the bottom of the hill and it takes you to the top. So why am I walking up these stairs to the top of the hill? I don't know. I just found this map of the city centre. X marks the spot. We're about to enter a park and there's nothing on this hill to suggest that there's a funicular. So I might be on a wild goose chase. At least I found the cross. Despite it not appearing on the official city map, guess what I've just stumbled across? Okay, maybe not as big as I expected, not as long as I expected, but it's still a funicular. I think we should ride it. I probably could have walked that just as quick, but it was a little trip for nothing. Yes, nothing. It cost nothing to use that funicular. I felt sorry for the poor man that operates it, because that's all he does all day. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Anyway guys, thanks very much for coming to Gdynia with me to see this funicular railway. I had a feeling there was one somewhere and I'm glad we actually stumbled across it. Thanks very much for coming with me and I'll see you next time.